Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum. Science, Grade 3, Quarter 2, Lesson 1, Day 1. Our topic for today is about science in our daily life. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies. The learners use the skills of observing, predicting, and measuring in performing simple guided science activities. Learning objectives. To describe various objects like leaves in the environment using shape, color, and texture. Solve a jigsaw puzzle featuring an illustration of observation. And this is what it looks like. What does the puzzle show? Answer: the puzzle shows a boy holding a hand lens to observe a dragonfly. What do you notice the boy is doing? Answer: the boy is looking at the dragonfly. Why do you think he is using a hand lens? Answer: he is using the hand lens to observe the small dragonfly thoroughly. What do you remember about observing? I remember that when we observe, we blank. Example answer: I remember that when we observe, we use our senses to describe things. Have you seen this on your way to school from your house? Do you know what this thing is? In today's lesson, you will describe familiar things in your surroundings, especially plants. We can understand the meaning of new words by looking at the other words in the sentence. These are called context clues. Let us read some sentences together and use context clues to figure out the meaning of some words. Number 1. Rosario carefully studied her surroundings before crossing the road. Underlined word: surroundings. Number 2. Mang Pio waters the plants in the school garden regularly. He does it to ensure that the plants receive enough water for them to grow healthy. Underlined word: plants. Number 3. Kai, the main character in the story, made a spear, which he used to catch fish. The spear could easily pierce fish because it was sharp and pointed. What words help us understand what surroundings means? Answer: the words carefully studied and before crossing the road help us understand that Rosario is looking around at the things near her. What do you think surroundings means based on the sentence? Answer: based on the sentence, surroundings means the area or things around a person, like the road, cars, or people nearby. What parts of your body do you use to describe objects or things around you? Today, we will use some of these senses to describe objects in nature. In this activity, you will act as leaf detectives to observe leaves carefully and describe them using their shape, color, and texture. Activity number 1, Leaf Detectives, investigating the shape, color, and texture of leaves. Copy the table below in your notebook. Use it to record your observations on the shape and color of the given leaves. First column, leaf. Second column, shape. Third column, color. Fourth column, texture. Number 1, look closely at leaf 1. Question 1, what is the shape of leaf 1? Question 2, what is the color of leaf 1? Question 3, how does leaf 1 feel when you touch it? Is it smooth or rough? Number 2, look closely at leaf 2. Question 4, what is the shape of leaf 2? Question 5, what is the color of leaf 2? Question 6, how does leaf 2 feel when you touch it? Is it smooth or rough? Through the sense of sight, you can see the different shapes of the leaves. They can be heart-shaped, spear-shaped, oval-shaped, needle-shaped, hand-shaped, and triangular. Through the sense of sight, you can see the different colors of the leaves. With your sense of touch, you can feel the texture of the leaves, whether smooth or rough. What are the things in the surroundings? Can you describe the color, shape, and texture of those things? In observing something, I have learned that we can use blank. In observing something, I have learned that we can use our senses. I have observed that leaves have different blank and blank. I have observed that leaves have different width and length. Write your answers on a sheet of paper. Part 1, multiple choice. Write the letter of the correct answer. Use capital letters only. For items 1 to 3, look at the illustrations below. Leaf A, leaf B, and leaf C. Number 1. Which of the following best describes leaf A? A. It is round. B. It is heart-shaped. C. It is long and thin. Answer B. It is heart-shaped. Number 2. Which leaf is long, narrow, and pointed? A. Leaf A, B. Leaf B, or C. Leaf C? Answer C. Leaf C. Number 3. Which leaf looks like the one circled in the drawing? A. Leaf A, B. Leaf B, or C. Leaf C? Answer Leaf B. Part 2. Refer to the plant presented by your teacher. Write your answers to the following questions briefly. Number 4. What is the color of the leaf? Number 5. Is the leaf smooth or rough? Describe other parts of a plant such as the flower and stem.
And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.
Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you!
Revised K-12 Curriculum. Science, Grade 3. Quarter 2, Lesson 1, Day 2. Our topic for today is about science in our daily life. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies. The learners use the skills of observing, predicting, and measuring in performing simple guided science activities. Learning objectives. To compare and estimate the size and weight or heaviness of objects using observations from sight and touch. Write your answers on a sheet of paper. Part 1, multiple choice. Write the letter of the correct answer. Use capital letters only. How do we know if something is heavy or light without using a weighing scale or a tool? We can estimate size and weight using our senses of sight and touch, just as you observed the leaves. Have you ever picked up a big bag and felt it was very light? In this lesson, we will learn how to compare the size and weight of objects. We will use our sense of sight and touch to estimate whether an object is big or small, and heavy or light. We will also try fun activities to explore how objects can have different weights, even if they look similar in size. Heaviness means something weighs a lot. Like this rock, it is not easy to lift. Identical means two things look exactly the same, like these bananas. Balanced means something is steady and equal on both sides, like this seesaw. The weight on both sides is the same, so it stays straight. Estimate. Estimate means making a good guess about something, like how many candies are in this jar. Compare. Compare means to look at two things and see how they are the same or different, like a calamansi and a guava. How can we tell if something is big or small, or heavy or light? Can we use our eyes, hands, or how it feels when we hold it? You will perform activity 2 to gather more information and be able to answer the questions based on evidence. Does bigger always mean heavier? Bigger does not always mean heavier. For example, the large or dried leaf is bigger but lighter than the rock. Materials needed. Data notebook per group, per class, two different setups of objects with varying sizes and weight, heaviness, one setup of two identical water bottles that are balanced. Part A per group. Number 1. Perform the task in each station within the allotted time. Number 2. Write your answers in your group notebooks following the table format below. First column, station number. Second column, arrangement from smallest to largest. And arrangement from heaviest to lightest on the last column. Station number 1. Look at the leaves labeled A to E. Compare their sizes without rearranging them. Question 1. What is the arrangement from smallest to largest? Write only the labels. Station 2. Look at the fruits labeled A to E. Compare their sizes without rearranging them. Question 2. What is the arrangement from smallest to largest? Write only the labels. Without rearranging the fruits, feel each fruit and compare their weight or heaviness. Question number 3. What is the arrangement from heaviest to lightest? Write only the labels. Part B as a class. Look carefully at the setup of two identical water bottles labeled A and B that are balanced. Fill the bottles A and B. Compare their weight or heaviness. Question 4. Which bottle is heavier? Question 5. Why do you think so? Place a small crayon in bottle A. Question 6. Which bottle is heavier? And question 7. Why do you think so? Place a bigger crayon in bottle B. Question 8. Which bottle is heavier? Question 9. Why do you think so? In this simple guided activity, you used a particular science process skill to compare the sizes and weight or heaviness of different objects. Question 10. Which science process skill did you use? Question 11. How did you use it? You can estimate the size and weight or heaviness of objects using your observation skills through your senses. Through the sense of sight, you can estimate the size, small or large, of the objects using your eyes. Through the sense of touch, you can also estimate whether an object is light or heavy. Weight is a more precise scientific term that can be used to denote the heaviness of objects. Can we always say that bigger objects are heavier? Why or why not? Answer: no, bigger objects are not always heavier. Some small objects like rocks can be heavier than bigger objects, like a balloon. The weight of an object depends on what it is made of, not just its size. How did you decide on the order of the objects? Answer: I used my eyes to compare their sizes and my hands to feel which ones were heavier or lighter. What steps did you follow? Answer: I first look at the objects to see which were bigger or smaller. Then, I pick them up to feel which were heavier or lighter. After that, I arranged them from the smallest and lightest to the largest and heaviest. Estimating size and weight helps us describe and compare them. By observing, comparing, and estimating, we can make better guesses about objects without using measuring tools. How do we estimate an object's size and weight? We can estimate an object's size and weight by using our blank, particularly the sense of sight and blank. Let's answer. We can estimate an object's size and weight by using our senses, particularly the sense of sight and touch. Our eyes help us compare the size of objects. Our hands help us feel if something is heavy or light. Estimation is useful when measuring tools are not available. Ang misteryosong bayong. Find out what objects are inside. The mystery basket. Listen to your teacher for further instructions.
And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.
Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si...
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you!
Revised K-12 Curriculum. Science, Grade 3. Quarter 2, Lesson 1, Day 3. Our topic for today is about science in our daily life. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies. The learners use the skills of observing, predicting, and measuring in performing simple guided science activities. Learning objectives. To describe objects based on their color, shape, and texture. Ang misteryong bayong. Find out what objects are inside the mystery basket. Listen to your teacher for further instructions. How did you estimate the size and weight of the objects yesterday? Yesterday's lesson taught you how to compare and estimate the size and weight of objects using your sense of sight and sense of touch. In today's activity, they will be using similar observation skills in describing objects in more detail based on their color, shape, and texture. Yesterday, we used this basket to compare the size and weight of objects, but today, we will look at them in a different way. What do you think the object feels like? Answer, I think it feels smooth and soft. Can you guess its shape just by touching it? Answer, yes. By touching an object, I can guess its shape. If it feels round and smooth, it might be a ball. What color is it? Answer, it is red. It must be an apple. How would you describe its shape and texture now that you can see it? Answer, it is round and smooth just like I thought. Get ready to explore because in today's lesson, you will find objects and describe their color, shape, and texture using your senses. Texture, how something feels, like smooth, rough, soft, or hard. Triangular, shaped like a triangle with 3 sides. Rectangular, shaped like a rectangle with 4 sides. A rough object, example, a coconut shell, or a smooth object, example, a mango. A triangular object, example, a slice of watermelon. A rectangular object, example, a biscuit. Now that we know these words, let us use them to describe different objects today. How can you describe the object's color, shape, and texture? Answer: I can describe the color, shape, and texture of an object using my sense of sight and touch. Activity number 3, scavenger hunt. Where are these objects? Materials: per learner, notebook, pen, drawing materials. Per group, group data notebook. Part A, Station 1, per learner. First, look around you. Second, look for a yellow, red, orange, green, or blue object. Question 1, what is the object? Question 2, what is its color? Third, draw and label it in your notebook. Fourth, now look for an object with any of the following colors: yellow, red, orange, green, or blue. Its shape should be round, rectangular, square, oval, or triangular. Fifth, draw and label it in your notebook. Question 3, what is the object? Question 4, describe its color and shape. Part B, Station 2, prepare. First, look around you. Second, find a smooth object. Question 5, what is the object? Third, find a rough object. Question 6, what is the object? Fourth, find an object that is smooth and round. Fifth, draw and label it in your notebook. You observed different objects and described their color, shape, and texture using your senses. Now, let us think about how we use these skills in real life. Which activities at home do you use your sense of sight and touch to describe objects, color, shape, and texture? Answer: when I organize my school bag, I look at the color of my notebooks and feel if they are thick or thin. Can you think of games you used your skill to describe objects' color, shape, and texture? Answer: in the game Guess It, we touch an object while blindfolded and try to guess what it is by feeling its shape and texture.
And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.
Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si...
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you!
Revised K-12 Curriculum, Science, Grade 3, Quarter 2, Lesson 1, Day 4. Our topic for today is about science in our daily life. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies. The learners use the skills of observing, predicting, and measuring in performing simple guided science activities. Learning objectives. To describe objects based on their color, shape, texture, and hardness. Today, we will describe objects based on their color, shape, texture, and hardness. Before we begin, let us think about what we already know and what we want to learn. Write your answers in your notebooks. First column, what I know. Second column, what I want to know. Third column, what I learned. And fourth column, how I can apply what I learned. Later in the lesson, we will fill in the other columns as we learn more. Now that we've shared what we know and what we want to learn, let us explore objects and describe them in detail. In this lesson, you will continue performing Activity 3 and describe the color, shape, texture, and hardness of different objects. This will help you become better at observing things around you. Have you ever touched something that looks soft but feels rough? Possible answer: I thought the leaves of the pineapple were soft, but when I touched them, they were rough and a little prickly. Have you seen something that looks hard but is actually light? Possible answer: I saw a big styrofoam box and I thought it was heavy, but when I lifted it, it was super light. Today, you will discover more about how objects can be different from what they seem. Let us begin by carefully observing and describing objects using our senses. Activity 3, Scavenger Hunt. Where are these objects? Part C, Station 3, per group. First, look around you. Second, find a soft object. Question 7, what is that object? Third, find a hard object. Question 8, what is that object? Fourth, find an object that is hard, smooth, and round. Fifth, draw and label it in your group data notebook. Part D, Station 4 per group. First, look around you. Second, pick up an object. Question 9, what is that object? Question 10, describe the color, shape, texture, and hardness of the object. Are there any words here that are new or difficult for you? Context clues. Use the word in a sentence. Example, a rock is hard, but pillow is soft. Synonyms. Provide a simple word with the same meaning. Example, rigid means stiff or not bendable. Actions or demonstration. Tap on a hard object, example, desk or fill. Now that we understand these words, let us use them as we continue our activity. How can you describe the object's color, shape, texture, and hardness? Today, you will continue Activity 3 focusing on parts C and D. This time, you will work in groups to complete the observations. Part C, Station 3 per group. First, look around you. Second, find a soft object. Question 7, what is that object? Third, find a hard object. Question 8, what is that object? Fourth, find an object that is hard, smooth, and round. Fifth, draw and label it in your group data notebook. Part D, Station 4, per group. First, look around you. Second, pick up an object. Question 9, what is that object? Question 10, describe the color, shape, texture, and hardness of the object. You can describe the color, shape, texture, and hardness of the objects using your senses and applying your skill in observing. Through the sense of sight, you can describe an object's color and shape. Using your sense of touch, you can determine an object's shape, texture, is it smooth or rough, and hardness for soft or hard. Describe the color, shape, texture, and hardness of these fruits. The rambutan is orange-red, slightly oval, with hair-like structures covering the skin. The texture of the outer skin is hairy, while its flesh is smooth. The skin is a bit hard, while the flesh is soft. The calamansi can be light green, round, have smooth skin, and be slightly soft. How were you able to describe the color, shape, texture, and hardness of the objects that we used in the activities? Possible answer: through my sense of sight and my sense of touch, I was able to describe the color, shape, texture, and hardness of the objects used in the activities. Complete your KWLA chart by reviewing what they wrote in the K and W columns. Refer to the object shown by your teacher. Describe its color, shape, texture, and hardness. Write your answer on a sheet of paper.
And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.